What up, guys? Your boy Just King Zere. Welcome back to the Just King Zere podcast. And yeah, man, we're back again. Yeah, man, this time we're doing the audio. Yeah, man, but we can still push for now. But anyways, on this video, we're gonna be talking about the 160 Palestinians that have arrived in South Africa with their chartered plane, unauthorized, undocumented. We're gonna talk about that and how messed up this is, and how Cyril Ramaphosa has allowed this to happen and said, this can happen, and the fact that we have chosen to stand with Palestine. And yeah, man. And we're going to talk about how messed up this is. So before we get into it, don't forget, please subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the platform so that the platform can grow. Yeah, man, let's reach as many people as we can. Subscribe, let's grow this platform. Let's get over the 1K mark. Let's go to infinity and beyond. And so that you don't miss my videos when I drop. So let's get straight into it. Well, this is messed up, I get it. They are having a war. Palestinians are having a war in their country. And yeah, man, but what's happening in South Africa currently does not allow us, to do such things. South Africa is a country that is experiencing very, very messed up situations. A lot of people are unemployed. There's no solutions to the issues that are happening in South Africa. There's so many issues happening in SA, but these issues, nobody is actually solving some of these issues. The population of South Africa is the natives are being ignored, while foreigners are being prioritized. So this, as much as it can seem as if there's like only 160 people that came, there was another plane that came which you don't know about, so that kind of shows you some of the things. This is just marketing, so it's just marketing for the next person, for the next 100, 200, 1,000, 10,000, people to come to South Africa. Do you understand? And the more they do this thing without any repercussions happening, it's gonna seem as if South Africa is a banana republic more and more again. And now everyone is gonna want to come to South Africa. Everyone's gonna want to come to South Africa. South Africa is gonna just be this place that is just welcoming all these people, but South Africa itself is not really standing properly. The only thing South Africa has for itself is the liberation type of movement, the land of the free, freedom of speech, and this, almost America-like way of doing things, whereby people are free, people are not being dictated, and all those type of things. And that is all South Africa has currently. But if you can look at everything economically, look at everything, there's a huge, divide in South Africa. There's a, it's an unequal society, economically unequal, and those are serious issues. Our roads are having potholes and all those type of things. There's no jobs, there's no whatever, there's rent manipulation, there's all these things that are happening. Now our country has become a mafia state, and we're bringing people that could possibly be terrorists. What happens tomorrow when Israel comes for some of these people? What if some of them are actual Hamas people, and then we get bombed and all those type of things? What happens then? I just think the government is not thinking, and it's not taking the people, seriously. They should be taking the people seriously. This just further angers. And I mean, in such a situation whereby we are dealing with foreigners already, telling them to get out of the country, illegal foreigners to get out of the country so that we can get back to the rule of law. And then now we're just taking in people. That means everyone is going to be coming here. These people will not stop until the population of South Africa hits 100 million. And I think probably we're almost there right now. Or 200 million. They want this to become a very overpopulated country. They want to overpopulate this country and then overwork the people and enslave the people and get the people to be working for peanuts and get this thing. They want to get the human resources of this country to be so many and then pay so little. I'm talking about private sector. I'm talking about government officials. I'm talking about anyone with power and whatever is trying to cut costs. What the hell is this? It's horrible, guys. It's horrible. So Operation Dudula, has been working very hard to try and maintain, try to bring a rule of order into this thing and to make us much more, in a manageable place. But it seems like the aim is to destabilize and also to ethnically cleanse South Africans as we are. It seems like all these people just sat down together and said, we are going to ethnically cleanse South Africans. It seems like they just came up with that, that they're just gonna ethnically cleanse us and remove us from the picture, not by unaliving us or whatever, but making sure that we are just so DMKR, we are just so like deers in the headlight, not understanding how could anyone make a move, such as that, so that we can just be complaining while now they're exploiting all these people that are allowing themselves to be exploited. It almost seems as if they just sat down and said, these South Africans, we're going to find our way around, we're going to work our way around South Africans. When South Africans, our plight only was to fight for the black person, to make sure that the black person does not get exploited in today's world. Basically, we are legendary, to be honest, as black South Africans, because we are the only black people, except for black Americans, that are still fighting for the plight, of Nelson Mandela and, all those legends, and Martin Luther King, seeing a black person as a normal person, as someone who's equal. But here, these foreigners and all these people that are willing to be completely exploited and not care about anyone else, and just be so hungry to that point whereby they'll do anything instead of being in their home countries and innovating and fighting, But I guess some of them, their leaders, many of them, their leaders have failed them, but this is not to level, not to this state. How can it be this way? So it's very diabolical what people are doing. And South Africans, we have to wake up. South Africans, you are under attack. They are working around you. They are working around us. They are working. When someone says, oh, this one is an immovable object. No, let me work around them. No, okay, you're talking blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me get this Zimbabwean. Blah, blah, let me get this Malawian. Let me get the 100 more. Let me just grab a bargain. Oh, you don't want to work here, you want me to pay you a fair salary. Okay, let me just grab my baggie and go all the way to Zimbabwe and just go pay some bribes, collect about 20 Zimbabweans, put them in the back of the truck, go pay a bribe, come back, and then I'm in the farm paying all these people peanuts. And then what you gonna do about it? That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what is happening. These people are diabolical and evil, man. These people are diabolical and evil. People don't want others to grow. They want a capitalist. This is where a capitalistic situation sometimes, this excessive capitalism, capitalism is good, very good. But such type of capitalism is wrong, where now you are not patriotic. It's all about you. You are not patriotic. So it's diabolical. So these Palestinians, 160 of them have come, and if you look at those Palestinians, they don't even know how to speak our languages. They don't know how to speak English. Not even our language, is just English, a universal language. To show you that these people, they don't even, conscientize themselves or to fit themselves into a place where they accept others. No, because if you accept others, that means you will learn to know that if I'm not in Palestine, if I'm in America, I must be able to communicate with the people there. So it just shows you that these people, they don't even care. They don't care. All to them is just Arab, Arab, Arab. Wherever I go, I'm going to be Arab. I'm going to speak to Arabs. I'm going to do with Arabs, be business with Arabs. I'm going to just be with Arabs. So they never assimilate. They never assimilate. And that's the big problem. And the religion also, they never, nothing wrong with being Muslim and whatever, but if Muslim and Islam and all those type of things, you not assimilate, you are just you. It's separatism, man. It's separatism in a global world, in a globalist world, the world that is global, is small. The world has become a village, but you don't want to assimilate. That is very, very troublesome. We here in Africa, we assimilate. We learn our languages. I won't even speak about Africa because I know a lot of Africans that don't assimilate as well. So we South Africans, we assimilate. We learn languages, and so that you can communicate with anyone worldwide. And we clean up our accent to make sure it's audible. Nowhere now you are speaking, hey, yeah, what is that? What is this? What? Where you speak those weird accent when no one can understand you. No, you have to assimilate. That's part of assimilation. When you clear up your accent to make sure it's a neutral accent, people can hear you. Not like Nigerians where you are speaking, no one can hear you and stuff. There are Nigerians at least who try, but yeah. I'm not just throwing a shot at Nigerians, but yeah, it's just one of the things. Let's hear each other when we speak. Let's be universal. Let's be, those people, they have to be translated for. I'm not talking about the Nigerians, I'm talking about the Palestinians. Those Palestinians on the news, they had to, and, diabolical stuff, man. They had to translate for them. They don't understand English. What kind of nonsense is that? Man, some things are just horrible, man. Some things are just horrible. They have to translate for them. They have to whatever. How do you even communicate? How do you know the intentions of such people when you don't even hear them? They don't even hear you. It means overall you are completely cut off from them. It means that you are not one. You cannot be one thing. But at least if we can communicate, then we can have conversations. We can hear. We can. But if it's not like that, then what is it like? No assimilation. Just people that are just there. They came illegally. How do you even ask them questions? How do you even? Hey, guys. South Africa is a very beautiful country, and we have fought very hard to be where we are. We need to do something in order to make sure that this country cannot be taken away from us. Because I feel like that's what's happening here. That's what they're trying to do, to take us out of the picture. South Africans, it's time to wake up. Anyways, your boy Just King Zere signing out.